like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll try the left side. Donnelly, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'd be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Valentine. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle. And he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On second down now, Donnelly, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake, Valentine. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
At the 15-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Looking to throw on second down. Valentine is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage.
And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Hey, we got to get this.
Following the fumble recovery, Valentine sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Given 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Brown. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Valentine. And he fires one incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. To throw on third down, Valentine. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing on first down, Valentine flush to his right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Valentine. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And his first carry, he loses the football. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Donnelly. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm going to hit you all
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw on second down. Valentine. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So now they assess a third and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, Donnelly got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw once more on second and 10. Watson, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On first down, it's Watson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. This is Brown. And he's got room. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So it's on. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Right back to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. There he goes, right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
So on now comes the Jets offense as they're going to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Valentine eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time, and now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. Valentine. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
You see me?
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Off play action. Valentine. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he missed his first couple hits there and puts his team up by more.
And while it wasn't absolutely crucial at that point, how great is that for his confidence to finally put one through the post?
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Watson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On first down, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here we go on 4th. Watson is going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Valentine. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Valentine rolling to it, and he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And the Jets set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw on second down, Valentine. He'll run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. It's Waters, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. Now Scott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, Bring your game.
Buyer beware. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You ain't going nowhere.
On third down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw on third down, Valentine, flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis.